By now, I'm not going to let the whole beat play. You know how this is. But welcome to the MAD LUCRATIVE PODCAST, episode 17. And I am your host, the one, the only, in the whole galaxy, in the whole universe, Magneto 7, in the building. Again. Thank you. Hold your applause. But welcome another week. I hope your weekend was amazing. I know mine was. Check it out, y'all. I got Sean on this week, so shouts out to Sean. But first off, I had a realization this weekend. It was pretty cool. I don't know if it was cool or awkward. It may have been awkward, so let me let you know what was going on. So, after a long day of work, y'all know my days start at about 5:30 and it ends until I just give out. So, if y'all don't know, we're working on the addition in the studio and on the house and all that stuff. So I've been back and forth to Home Depot a whole lot, and I got a crew. They've been doing a really good job. Shouts out to Eagles Rising Remodeling Service. They are fire. If y'all hadn't checked them out, and they ain't pay me for this ad either, but if y'all hadn't checked them out on Facebook, go check them out. They do great work in Atlanta. But anyway, I'm in Home Depot, and I'm getting I think it's like some wood or something, whatever. And first off, I could get into that all along. Like when y'all do additions, and if you go out by, let's say you're working on a building that's 11 by 17. And then you say, all right, now let's just do 14 by 20. That's a bag. That's a whole different price bracket. So I'm just letting y'all know, make sure everything that y'all do is scheduled out. Make sure the architect has drawn out the plans. Make sure everything is priced out to the T. Because one little hiccup might cost you like $5,000, $10,000, $13,000, $20,000. I'm telling you. Listen to what I'm saying now. But back to the story. I'm at Home Depot. I'm checking out. I'm walking to my truck. I'm happy because I got my addition going on. I'm like, we about to put a pool table down there. We might even have a strip club. Might have a strip club down in the studio. We just going to turn up, whatever. So all those things are going through my head. And a young guy, I think his name is Daryl. He comes up to me and say, hey, you got some work for me today? So I'm like, he talking to me? Like, am I now? Like, what is this? So he like, hey, yeah, man, I just, it's been hard out here in the streets, and I'm looking for work. I said, okay, y'all know how I am. If it looked like I can help meet a need somewhere, I'm like, all right, let me hear him out. So I said, what you good at? He says, well, I could do drywall, I could do painting, I could do woodwork, flooring, all this stuff. I was like, all right, cool. I said, let me see something. He didn't have a phone. I said, okay. Is it a way that I could see any of your work before I would bring you onto a job site? Because the way, again, if I see a need, I like to help meet the need some way possible. So he like, nah, but if you give me a shot, I promise you, I got you. I said, well, look, on this property, this is my property, so I ain't got no time. My property ain't a learning curve. Like, I need my joint done right now. Like, right now. But anyway, I said, I don't have nothing on this property, but I might have something on the next property, maybe next month or so. Give me your number, if you got a number, and let's chop it up. So he said, all right, cool. Appreciate that, Unc. He hit me again with the Unc. I said, oh, my God. And my Unc, that's it. I just looked. I looked in the mirror, and I was just like, bruh, you are the Unc. So, but look, to justify that, I am the unk, and I'm an unk to the 18 to 23 age group. So I'll accept that. But fast forward, next morning. Again, y'all know my morning starts at 5:30. And it's a lesson in this. I hope you don't miss it. But my morning starts at 5:30. I'm up and out. I'm out by 6, right? So I'm driving. I'm on 285. I think I'm listening to, I forgot who I was listening. Maybe TD Jakes or somebody inspirational. I had one of them kind of mornings. So I get a phone call from, guess who? Daryl. I think his name Daryl. But he like, hey, good morning. So I'm like, what are you doing? You're calling me at 6:15, bro. It's like 6:15, 6:20. So I said, what's going on, bro? He said, man, please tell me you got some work for me. I was like, well, I ain't got nothing for you today, but I respect the grind. I appreciate you hitting me up. I said, what's going on? So he breaks it down to me. Well, I'm trying to stay in this, I think he was in a hotel room for the night. And I'm just trying to find work throughout the day and try to scrape up some more money to keep the room for the night. I said, okay, I like that idea. I said, well, check it out. I don't have no work, but I know about 3 other contracting friends that might need some extra help on the job site. I ain't promising you nothing, but check them out and see what they might have for you. But just out of all of that, I was like, yo, Buddy is persistent as a mug. Very detailed in how he approaches conversation. He didn't go away from the conversation like a lot of people can, which would say, well, I know you got it. I can tell what kind of truck you driving. I know you got a little bit of bread, so bro, let me hold 20. He ain't hit me like that. He was like, yo, I'm trying to work for mine. I'm trying to get this money up for the day. So, bruh, just for that, I think what I'm gonna do, cause what I got going on, I did not plan. Yo, I did not plan this addition to the tea, and that's another part. So it's my property. I figure I get rid of the trash how I need to get rid of it. I ain't gonna let y'all know what that is, but I got ways to get rid of some certain trash, certain construction debris. So just from that morning and meeting with him and seeing his persistence in contacting me for work, I think I'm going to create, I think I might bring like a dumpster on site and just let him clean up the site and give him like $150, $200 for the day. I think I like that idea. What y'all think? I like that. So I will update y'all on if we do that or not. Again, he may have gotten some work with my other contractor friends. If so, beautiful. If not, I'm gonna let y'all know I brought him. I'm gonna go on my gram. I'm gonna put him on gram and we're gonna talk and watch. He might be staying in the room now, but watch, he's gonna be one of the next millionaires. I bet you. That's just how it goes. People like that are wired different. They're wired to just go hard for what they believe in. Like, if you don't see ends being met, yo, this dude right here got some work. I can work. Let me get it. So yeah, I love it. Now this brings me to the next subject. I promise you, the ignorance is going to come in action. Right now, I just want to talk to y'all and just kind of give you a little bit of what's been going on. So, I've been in a reflective state of mind. I do this normally. It's normally like a good September all the way up to December before the first of the year comes, because I believe like the whole New Year's resolution stuff, I think is cool for beginners, right? But if you're, I won't say a vet, but if you're on the intermediate level, let's say that. If you're on the intermediate level in business or in building relationships, whatever market you're in, you are planning Black Friday now. or before now. Like November's next month. You're planning 2022 or beyond now. You're not waiting until December and then January 1st say, oh, let me write down my New Year's resolution. That's just bad planning. And if you're serious about your business, you're doing all of that planning now. So that brings me to a conversation that I had. Y'all know, y'all love Reggie. You know, Reggie is the beast. He's the real estate guru. The real estate guru. I gotta have him on soon. Like, we gotta figure that out. Maybe next week. We'll see. But I had a conversation with Reggie, and it taught me the importance of having people in your circle that can forecast and that can kind of see where you're going and see where it can go, right? So I think this was last week. I had a conversation with Reg. He was just telling me about, the different opportunities in the podcast world, different opportunities with building certain relationships in the real estate world, and certain things. It's just, 2022 is going to be stupid, like straight stupid. But it brought me back to, I'm going to say 08, right? And I don't like getting into these conversations. I told my mom it turns me into the bad guy. So I'm just like, y'all be cussing people out for no reason. But no, it be reasons. A lot of times it be mad reasons. But I remember starting a business with a friend, and I think I told y'all about that. But I never see small. I never see, for instance, this podcast, right? I easily see the Mad Lucrative Network having health, fitness. We might even have our own Billy Blanks. We might have our own Iana Van Zant. What y'all think about that? Thank you. Yeah. But I see big. I see wide. I see long distance, right? But I'm thinking about how many people can't identify those people in their circles. Because guess what? There might be a Reggie in Texas for a new podcaster or for a musician or for somebody that just wants to get in real estate and become the next Grant Cardone. There are people there that help you get to that space. But I think with a lot of, let's just say artists, and let's just say creatives, a lot of us don't really see the value in the people because we're so high on our own supply. Like, you think everything that you do is right. Everything that you do is not right. I'm gonna let you know. Doo-doo stinks. Your doo-doo stinks. It does. Whether it's green, brown, whatever it is, it stinks. So I think it's important for us to really chime in on the relationships that may blossom and develop into a Reggie-like relationship, like with us. Or I really don't have too many. Or like Rock Ding, for instance. He's a little bruh, right? But we still have adult business conversations when we turn off the big brother, little brother conversations. Because I love to see young entrepreneurs, black, white, Asian, I love to see all of them figure out their niche and just get in the groove and just coast and ride their own wave. Like, it's fire. For instance, I know it's all off subject, but the Young Thug album, I felt like he could do this type of album. I'm gonna say, what was this? This 2021. So I feel like he could have done this album in 18, but I don't feel like y'all were ready for this sound. If you haven't heard it, go listen to it. They didn't pay me for this either, but go listen to the album. It's fire. It puts you in the mind of a acoustic. What's the name of the group Kanye used? It's Oliver or something like that. Go look it up. But a lot of the harmonies and all that stuff that was in there, like I was like, yo, this is fire. This is exactly what I felt like music would sound like from him when he first came out. Now the I'm a Stoner, I ain't gonna let you. The I'm a Stoner song was trash to me. I did not like it. It was a no go. But as far as where he is now musically, that joint's fire. And yes, you get the thumbs up. And guess what else you get? The needle bomb. Yeah. I'm with it. So, putting all those things together, I'm thinking of asking. Let's do this. I don't know how many of y'all, because I got a lot of new people that's on YouTube. Thank you for subscribing too, by the way. Like, y'all fire. Thank you. Tell your friend, tell your mama, tell your auntie. Maybe not your auntie, because she might be feeling you. Nah, she might be feeling the chocolate, man. But anyway, tell everybody about the pod. I love, like, y'all are really turned up subscribing and all that good stuff. So keep doing that. But to all creatives, all business people, all entrepreneurs, everybody that's in the space of creating something out of nothing, look at what you're investing in. Look at who you're investing in. I know everybody hears it all the time. A lot of people just waste time watching Netflix and chill. A lot of people waste time doing random activities. I won't say what those are, because that's up to you. That's on you. But look at who you're investing in. Look at what time you're investing in those things, and just think of the mindset that you got, or the things that you want to accomplish. Let's say that. If you want to accomplish, let's say you're 23. If you want to accomplish buying a house by 25, it takes, again, credit. It takes some type of stable job. It just is what it is. Or you have to have some type of stable income. Because as we know, creatives, y'all can get loans too. Those loans are called statement loans. Voila. You got a lot of options. But don't do the things to take you away from the goal. If your goal is getting a house by 25 and you're 23, you got 2 years. That means I will be building something. I'll be stacking up as much money as possible. I'll be looking at, okay, am I spending too much money on fast food? Am I spending too much money on coffee? I love Starbucks. I'm a Starbucks fiend. If y'all, listen, if you want to give me a gift for Christmas, give me a Starbucks gift card. But, look at the things that you're spending money on and say, okay, is this taking me closer to the goal by this time, or is this taking me further away from it? If it's taking you further away from it, just cut it. Sometimes it's gonna be difficult. I know I got a lot of friends that play the lottery. Like, yo, I know I'm about to win 1.10 billion. I'm like, dude, you're not gonna win it. In the event that you do, great. Great. Let me hold something. But how about we just do some investing over time? Let the thing accumulate, and we just keep that thing going. You know what I mean? So, last but not least, I just want to make sure that y'all take time to invest in yourself, invest in the people around you, and make sure that you don't overlook people. Like, if you got you a Reggie in your corner, invest in them. Do everything that you can to help them succeed without your own. That's the other thing. Don't invest into somebody because you feel like you're gonna get something out of it. That's not the way to invest. You invest in the person because you see something in them. Now, if they say, "Hey, I want to give you XYZ," great, but don't do it for that reason. Don't do it to get something. That's real nasty. That's real Squid Game-ish. So, next up, let's call Sean. Let's get it.
NEDO.
Hello? Yo. Hold on, we can't hear Sean. Let's see. Can you hear?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Oh, we got him, Sean.
I was gonna say I could hear you the whole time. I just don't know if you could hear me.
Dude,
How's that?
I didn't tell them about the iPhone crap. My doggle,
Oh no.
my doggle is messing up. So y'all might hear Sean fade in and out. Just know we gonna bring him back. Just know we gonna bring him back. But how you doing? How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. It's been chill. Been a chill night so far.
Ah, are you Netflix and chilling?
Yeah, somewhat. I mean, just the Netflix
hey. So, of course, I talked about Squid Game last week, so we're not gonna make this whole half of the pod Squid Game. But now that you've seen Squid Game so far,
Yeah.
what's your thoughts?
I mean, I think the massive media attention it's getting is pretty worth it because it is pretty good. So the hype is I think it's a little too high. Like it's not like the best show I've ever seen in my life, but it's pretty good. It's good. I like it. Yeah.
But what do you like about it though, Sean? I
think I was talking to you earlier about it, but I remember saying I just like how superhuman the characters are, and I know that every fucking character is human. What do you mean? But I mean you watch sometimes you watch a movie and a show, and they just these characters say things that nobody would ever fucking say ever. They're so out of touch with how real people talk. And Squid Game, I feel like they're all so different. And not everybody in the show, but I mean everyone in the show is their completely own character. It's just nice to see that, it's something different. I guess the dialogue is very believable. These people aren't doing crazy outlandish things where they're all maniacal geniuses, and nobody would ever get that. When people fail in the game, you're like, yeah, that's me. I would fuck up like that.
So I mean, but how is it good? Okay, so as you know, I told him last week I love a good kill in a movie, but
yeah.
I don't get the purpose. I mean, I get everybody's trying to win money, right? Everybody's trying to get some just money. They're trying to win money with these barbaric games.
Yeah.
Again, Saw. I love Saw. The Ring. It had a backstory. What is it? Amityville Horror. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
The scary movies. So. I like those.
Yeah.
So
I don't like those. I like this kind of more.
Really?
Yeah, because the more you watch, the more the less it's really about the death.
Okay.
And I think that kind of applies to the human condition to where I forget what some philosopher said that humans are the most complacent animal. You put someone in a cage long enough, they're just going to get used to it. They're just going to be all right, well, what do I have now? They're the most agreeable. People, even in dirt situations, can still sometimes be happy, Okay. So, it's kind of count your blessings kind of deal.
Oh, okay. I didn't look at it from that standpoint.
It also goes for the people who are the richest people in the world. They get depressed as fuck because they're I have everything in my life, but I still feel like I have absolutely nothing. And then you have the people who are the poorest as fuck, but realize that they're always striving for something. And I think that's the natural human need to always, I don't know, you always have to work for what you need, because as soon as you stop working for what you need, you're just depressed as fuck.
I believe it. Okay.
Yeah. That though. I'm just saying that when people, because death is all around them, right? And eventually they have to start. You sometimes the games have been pretty passive. It's not player against player. It's if you fail, you die. But throughout the game, it kind of gets to oh, you are facing people now. And now it's if you want to win, your winning is going to kill somebody else. So, but they get so desensitized to it.
And that's
It's kind of like, yeah.
I think that's what kind of got me right around the tug of war episode.
Yeah.
I was just like, yo, like it was clear that everybody was just like, especially Mean Man. I call him Jung Lee. The dude that got the big face. The dude that got the big face is Mean.
Oh man, dude, that guy.
So I mean, okay. All right. So I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna try again to watch it from that perspective. Cause all I saw at first, I was just like, oh, they're just killing mad folk, and they're trying to get people used to seeing it. Like,
but the people in the show, some of them still don't. Like, you can tell some of the ones that are pretty broken about it and just don't care anymore. But you can tell the ones that are like, I have exactly the same chance as that guy does too. So if he dies when I win, that could have just as easily been me. So you're kind of like, you're not desensitized to the death, but you're like
aware.
You don't feel as bad because you're like, we're all in the same shit.
Okay.
So it's like, it's not like I'm going out to this village, killing a bunch of people and taking all their money. It's like we're all put in a game where we all know there's an equal chance of dying.
Gotcha.
So it's like, like you got the one guy who prays, who like knows it is kind of murder. But like not really murder. You don't mean to, but you're kind of forced to do it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna watch it from that.
And that's what I like about it too. Like they're not all like, oh, let's do this, gang. They're all like, they all have their reasons.
I don't know about the reason.
I mean, I feel like every podcast in the world's talking about this show because it's literally like what 100 million.
Let's I'm about to say let's fact check it. You want to see Squid Game?
I know on Netflix it is the biggest launch they've ever had. I know that.
Let's see.
I don't know about like most watched show in the world, but it's definitely the most watched on Netflix of all time, I think.
I know it ain't no 900 million.
It might be
900 million.
Yeah, because that's like because people can watch it multiple times. So
I guess and it's a stream. Yeah. It's a stream and it's long term, so that would make sense.
Now, I don't know who would leave that on in the background, but
I wouldn't.
Not me. I'm watching it to watch it.
Okay. Let's see where we at. Hold on. I told y'all. Sometimes we might lose them. Let's get them back. Sean. All right, there we go. There you go. All right, next up. I didn't get a chance to talk to you about the Facebook blackout.
No.
That thing. So okay, Sean put me on to, cause y'all know I'm half hood, right? Half hood, half intellect. But you were telling me about this fake whistleblower, or so you think it's a fake whistleblower, right?
I mean, this is like of all the crazy theories out there, this one's got not only like just common sense look at it proof, but as well as people like this just doesn't. It never happens this way. I'll what's your question, I guess?
Well, I mean, I guess, okay, what could have been happening in the middle of this quote-unquote blackout?
That, I know a little bit less about that because who fucking knows? I mean, everyone's like, oh, they've just been deleting data while it was out. They've been clearing their shit. Or they've been implementing stuff they were going to implement anyway, like getting ready for mass censoring or more of that bullshit.
Okay. So, in erasing or deleting certain information, what could they be hiding? And I mean, I don't want to go deep in depth because we could get dang on shadow banned again. Don't shadow ban me
on the surface.
Please don't shadow ban me.
It was all my fault. Shadow ban me, not him. I take full responsibility.
But what kind of data though?
So just surface level stuff. I would say if you go to the terms of service of like Facebook Message and then the Facebook app, the stuff that you allow it to do to your phone is nuts. They can read every single one of your texts. They can see all of your pictures downloaded to your phone, even if it's not even on Facebook. They can see it in your phone. So it has nothing to do with Facebook. As soon as you, I'm not kidding. As soon as
wait. Okay, hold on. So you telling me, and I'm not talking about me because I'm a good guy. I'm one of the good ones. So let's say you're texting a thotty dotty, right?
Yeah.
They can read and see everything.
Yeah, not only that, but Facebook Message can also send like any text, call anybody, use your phone number if they want to. This is in the terms of agreement. As soon as you let Facebook have access to contacts, phone number, like you have to agree to all this. So you do agree to all of this without really agreeing to it. Like this, because they know no one's going to read it.
Yo, okay.
Yeah, you give them like full access to your phone.
Okay. That's a little bit dark.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people are deleting their Facebooks. I mean,
yo,
yeah,
bruh, hell, I might be off that mud too.
I was thinking about it.
Wow.
You're also seeing this is funny because my dad just got one, and I had no idea that systems were starting to do this. But there's this thing, you know, virtual reality, right?
Yeah.
You put it on your head, you can go see like waterfalls, or you can use Google Maps and go around the earth, just like
stand on the mountain, like stand on the mountain and
really
jack off,
neat.
whatever.
Exactly. Highly recommend it. But what the Oculus Quest 2 is what it's called. It's just one of their newer ones. It's one that you don't have to use a PC for. You can just, it's handheld, which is pretty cool. A lot of them don't do that. In order to use it, you have to have a Facebook account. There's no way around it.
But
and I was like, what?
Why?
Yeah.
But why?
Exactly. I have no idea. My dad asked me, and I looked it up like not even a couple hours ago before this call, because he was wondering. And all the videos I saw have massive dislike ratios because they're like, why the fuck do I need a Facebook social media app to run this piece of hardware I just bought? It makes no sense. I'm guessing he did a deal with Mark Zuckerberg for him to like fund this, you know,
okay.
maybe which, you know, on paper that's innocent. Oh, cool. Yeah. We'll help you market your Oculus Quest 2 and we'll help you fund it. Just make sure everyone has a Facebook, you know?
So here's
my little trade-off.
So tell me this. Do you feel that there's a monopoly happening between Facebook, and I say monopoly, I'm talking about in different industries too, because I already know for a fact it's only 3 main labels. You got Universal, Sony, and you got Warner Brother,
AT&T,
right? And then they own all these other little small companies. So with Facebook, do you feel like they have a monopoly on social media?
Oh yeah, I think a lot of like what you just said, all the other like Warner Bros and stuff, they have so many little like child companies under them, but it's all the same thing. Like AT&T, AT&T absorbed Bell South, they absorbed Singular, they absorbed like so many. I remember in the 80s, back when the government would actually dismantle monopolies because of the law, which you cannot have a monopoly in a free market. What they would do is they would split them up, you know, to where they weren't as powerful, and they gave the little guys a chance again. I don't know where that is anymore. They must have found a way around it because AT&T is now a fucking corporate conglomerate again, probably bigger than they even were back then. And so is Facebook. Facebook bought Instagram. Everyone always goes like, "Oh, fuck Facebook. I'm on Instagram." That's the same
it's
thing.
The same thing.
It's the same thing. Instagram's literally Facebook. If you go into like the share button or the terms of service, it will say Facebook in there. Yeah. Like they own it. So it's I know you can't escape it.
So so how much is too much? As far as, cause you know me, you know my answer. My answer to money is I want to be as rich as I can be.
Yeah.
The richest possible, right?
Yeah.
But my riches I will do good things with, so don't judge me, y'all. But is it necessarily a bad thing for one conglomerate to have all of these multi sites or social networks.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. I mean, that's why the monopoly clause was put into effect, like in law, is because as soon as something gets so huge, they just dominate. Even if they're not even trying to, they just dominate. Like one little branch of their company could outsell an entire other little company that's just trying to get on its legs, and it demolishes it. It also buys out any, like, say a new social media platform props up, right? They have
Right.
a really, really good idea. Facebook would wipe it out, pretty much just implement whatever their best feature was and took a little tiny bit of it somewhere in Instagram. I mean, if it doesn't get patented enough, they'll just buy it and then delete it. Like they'll find ways, man.
Just like they did with TikTok, you starting
Like
to
what
do the
happened with
reels.
Snapchat.
Yeah.
Snapchat started blowing up.
Yeah.
I remember in high school it was huge. I think Facebook got it.
Wow.
Or they were trying to desperately, and then someone bought it. I forget who.
But it's amazing to me that Facebook has not tried to. Facebook and the other site was TikTok has not tried to buy the subscribe only sites like Patreon or like OnlyFans, and they're kind of leaving them in their own space. Because if it were me and I was trying to really have a full monopoly on the business, I would be offering subscribe everything, subscription based models, everything.
I think they make more money having it free because they have unlimited. Like, why would you want? Let's just say on a really, really tiny scale. I know this isn't the number of thousands. But let's say 5 people are on your Patreon app.
Okay.
Because they like the creators on there and they really want to support them, so they buy in. But then you got 50 people on Facebook because it's free. It's free and all their friends are on there. Not only that, but you get to sell and steal all 50 of those people's data and sell it again. Why would you steal 5 people's data when you can get 50 of them bitches and take all their data and then sell it to any company you want to? Which is why he's been in court so many times.
Okay.
Because people know his company is stealing data. Okay. And selling it to different countries, selling it to governments, selling it to who knows who. That's why if you talk about skateboarding all the time in your phone, you're going to get Vans commercials. You're going to get skateboard ads on Facebook.
Oh,
they know what you talk about.
You know what's weird though? And I know you said you liked it, but I remember this is probably like 2018 or 17, maybe 18. I was at a client's house. Shouts out to Bradley and Natalie. And they came home and they was like, Mike, you ain't got no music playing while you work? I was like, nah, not today. This mug says, Alexa, play blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, who the hell is Alexa? Like, that's before she was everywhere. And when he said that and I saw that happen, the first thing I thought of was, oh, if he could do that, then Siri is always listening, and why am I not getting this type of response? But guess what? I am. When I go on Facebook and it says, "Hey, you seen this BMW 345 2018?" I'm like, how did you know? Like,
those guys get. You can't even say the name of a car and not get an ad. I swear to God. Like I'm still getting car ads. I bought my car a year ago and I'm still getting ads.
Yo, that's crazy. But now the flip side of that is this. As a creator, as a business owner, I see the upside in that, and I see how we have a Sean conspiracy theory podcast. and we got some little Sean bobbleheads that we want to sell. And people are watching the show and we say, hey, if you just for kicks and giggles, go ahead and buy this $10 Sean bobblehead. And it's like, oh, that's so goofy. And then they start saying the little Sean bobblehead. Guess what? you are probably gonna sell the hell out of them bobbleheads.
Yeah.
So I see where it could be problematic from the standpoint of stealing people's information, but marketing through suggestion.
Yeah. I think there's like an innocent side of everything when you try to look at it, you know?
Okay.
Like where you were talking about the Alexa. They're already getting data through your phone, your searches, your computer. Who gives a fuck if there's just another mic in your room listening in, you know? Because now I get to go, hey, Alexa, what's the weather? I get to go, hey, how's my commute to work? Alexa, are you a bitch? You know, it'll say ask anything you want. It'll answer it too.
Okay.
So like, but then you have some people who are super, like my friend, very, very weird about it. He has a VPN, which is a
what's that?
For people who don't know what a VPN is, it can put your signal in another country. So say you're on Netflix, right? But you're in Germany, so you can't get this channel. Like you can't watch this movie in Germany because of the laws that be, or some kind of NDA law that they don't want to show that movie in Germany. Well, you can change where you are geographically online, so you can make the internet think you're in Italy with a VPN. Yeah. Which is also how a lot of people disguise their data. Because like if you have a VPN, you'll get extremely less ads for the stuff you're talking about or the stuff you search, because they don't know it's you. So you're kind of like disguising. But I mean, you would have to get a VPN if you want to completely destroy your internet footprint. Mm-hmm. You would have had to got the VPN as soon as you joined. So like I have a file out there somewhere. You have a file somewhere in some company.
What you mean the file?
Like they have your name and they can go Crawford, they'll look you up and they can see exactly like your search history. They know what you like. They know your past purchases, what you talk about the most. Like they have highlighted keywords.
No. So
yeah.
So,
I mean, it's
okay. But what if you put, on Mac, you can put, y'all superbs, y'all already know too. If you on Mac, you can put private secret sync screen or something. Hold on, what is it called? It's called private window. Ooh.
Oh yeah, that thing. Oh, incognito mode.
Yeah.
They say that doesn't do. The only thing that incognito mode stops, the only thing it does is it doesn't show up in your search history. They still see everything. Because think about it. What do you use the normal window on? Google. What do you use incognito on? Google. So Google still sees it. They still know exactly what you're doing. It's just for your own computer because it doesn't show up. But I will say, when you say you're looking for airplane tickets, right?
Okay.
If you go on incognito mode and look up those airplane tickets, they won't increase in price. I've seen it myself. If you go on normal search browser and you look a flight to Arizona to New York, and then you look again a week later, they're going to be increased because they know you want that ticket. It's fucked up. But if you go on incognito mode, yeah. If you go on incognito mode, there's no price increase because it doesn't save the cookies.
Yo, you know what's crazy? Because we've been planning to go to the beach.
Yeah.
When I was on the other day, it was like I think $275 or $300 for like 2 nights. For just something a little light for the family.
Oh no.
So, bruh, I kid you not, I did not book it. Right? I did not book it. Came back 1 day later, $375.
Oh my God! See, this is what I mean. Because they know that like this, and the thing is when you go somewhere, when you search somewhere, think of it like you're using a key to open up a door. Okay. Well, they're gonna remember your key. They know you've been here. They know you've opened up the door, and they know what room you went in. So they're gonna go when you come back, and they go, "Oh, hey, you're back, man. Well, here's the room you were looking at. Here's the price." And you're like, "That's funny. It was $200 last time." They go, "Well, we knew you were coming back. It's more now."
So like a dirty car salesman on the internet.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, the internet. If they know you keep looking at it and they know you want it, they'll discreetly make it a little bit more. It's fucked up.
Yo, my brain is. Okay. All right. All right.
Haven't you ever heard prices may vary? That's that's why they do it, because they're like, well, your price might be different than that guy's price, so prices may vary. That way it's never set in stone.
I never thought of it that way. I've always thought of it just like, off like peak season going to the beach is like should be like what, June, July, August. So I expect it to be higher. So prices.
That's at least normal, like raising up and down based on the seasons and the traffic. I think that's not very crazy.
That's reasonable, but
yeah,
nah, man, golly. Yeah. Okay, all right. Last but not least, cause it's been a minute since we had Shauna. Are y'all enjoying this? I know y'all are, right?
They're all just like, God, man.
No, they're enjoying you. They're enjoying you. They're enjoying you. They're enjoying you. So anyway, taking the condom off is now illegal in California.
Wait. Oh yeah, I've heard that.
So he's just laughing. I mean,
so I don't live in California, Chief.
So what's your
Jesus, that state?
So what's your thoughts on? Cause I can't date, so as a lot of us married men, we be like, I'm out of the game. We leave it up to y'all young fellas. So, what do you think about that? Let's say okay. You say I don't go to California.
Do you want me to make it even more controversial?
Okay.
My viewpoint on that goes for the same way about the whole Texas thing, about the whole how they outlawed abortion over there, right?
Okay.
The same goes for each. It doesn't really apply to me. Like if I'm, I ain't planning on making a kid, so I'm gonna wear a condom anyway, right? So why would I take it off anyway?
But okay, let's say you're in the moment of passion, right? You got you a bad little redhead. No, he like. Let's say you got you a blonde, whatever, pretty green eyes, blue eyes, whatever, and y'all in a moment of passion, and she got that grab joint. You know what the grab joint is, right? Or maybe you ain't been there yet. Okay, you know what the grab joint is. So she got the grab joint, and she pulled the condom off, and
Well, then you call the police, take her to jail.
But how can you prove that?
I know.
And that's how I can see that's an issue. Like, that law is terrible.
It's one of those laws, like, is in America, same with like England and Europe and everywhere. We have so many laws that are so stupid that no one is ever going to actually practice, right?
Okay.
Like how can you honestly, what do you go to the police and say, officer, he took his condom off? Like, what are you going to say? What are you going to do?
I mean,
I don't know, man.
I don't know. Because, I mean, for me,
I think that's between you and the guy, right? Between the man and, whoever.
I mean, yeah, but again, okay. I just got my brain, when I hear laws like that, my brain just goes elsewhere.
It's so weird, yeah.
I'm just like, okay, so what if she poked a hole in the condom, gets pregnant, and then says, "Oh, he took the condom off while I..." So
no, you can't prove that because they're still like 98% effective.
Yeah.
So you can't. It's kind of a liability thing. Like that's why they say that way if you get pregnant you can't sue like Trojan. Trojan's going to be like, bruh, it's not foolproof, man.
Okay. Well, I'll say this,
same with birth like pills. They're not 100% either. Birth control.
I mean, shots out to y'all folk that's out here in these streets using them Plan Bs.
There's nothing wrong with that, man. I don't see why more people... Like, that's what kind of gets me about abortion. I just don't get it. Like, Plan Bs I think it should be way more accessible. Like, $50 is kind of a lot if you're not,
But,
if you don't have a lot of money.
But if you out here in these streets... And you being loose, like, a loose goose, you gonna think about that $50 before you smash. You'll be like,
Yeah.
oh no, I ain't got the extra 50, so we can't do nothing tonight.
I know. I think every man has made the decision like a minute before. He's like, "Yeah, I got $50," and then
Yeah, yeah. Well, anyway, I mean, bruh, you got to be safe out here. You know, I ain't gonna put your business on the pod. I know you're doing good. Yo, for y'all that didn't know, Sean's out here in these streets. Hey, yo, you know, okay. Before we get off, I gotta expose you. No one would listen to the pod, would they? They wouldn't be listening to this.
Wait, what do you mean? Who's listening?
Okay, all right.
What are you gonna say?
I got a story. It's story time.
No.
So, you know, I think I was working on the property one evening, and then I get a text message.
Oh no. That's all you had to say.
Yeah.
I know exactly where this is going.
Yeah, I get a text message. Hey bro, hit me up. Hit me up and say we got a main break. I don't even think you told me why. So
I just said, hey man, can you call me and pretend there's a main break? And you were like, the fuck?
I said, all right, cool. Because Sean's my homeboy. So I was like, all right, cool, whatever. So I hit him up. And it's awkward. So I'm like, hey, bro.
You're so awkward about it.
We got a main break, bro. So then Sean says, but where? But where? So at this point, I'm like, okay, do you have me on the speaker right now? Because I'm about to be like, what the hell you got me into? So I'm like, it's off of some street, Willie Street or something. He's like, so then he says, all right, yeah, I got to go get the truck. I'm going to go get the truck up at, I'm like, what the hell is this? I said, all right, Sean, I'm just holler at you. So he gets me back. He's like, yeah, man, appreciate that. So I'm like, wow, what just happened?
It was so weird, man. I'm so sorry.
But, you know.
It was funny as fuck.
Anyway, I say that to say this. Keep the condoms on. Don't go to LA. Appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. I'll holler at you.
I'll see you later.
All right, peace. Yo. You can't imagine how awkward that was. I was like, dude, like, are you trying to get me to get you out of a situation that you done got yourself into with some chick and you out here in these streets? Corona's still out here in these streets, by the way, but you out here in these streets. But anyway, nevertheless, he's safe. Last thing, last order of business before we hang it up and before we wrap it up. Shouts out to, I got a couple bills to pay, y'all. Hey, ain't that beautiful to pay bills? Hey! And if you too want to be on the podcast, on the Mad Lucrative Podcast, you can hit us up at madlucrativepodcast@gmail.com. Or you can hit me up at Magneto7 Booking. You know, I'll look out for you. I'll look out for you right now on the low, you know what I mean? But shouts out to the Vessel Vape Company. The reason for this partnership, you already know. But visit them for real, y'all. I think we had like a few people to go to the site, kind of look around. They were impressed by the utensils, I guess if you will say, because I'm not a vapor. But they were impressed by the different things that they had on the site. So if you do go to the site, make sure you use the discount code below. It's just for you, from me to you. It's a little gift. And again, the site is thevesselbrand.com. Also, if you're in Atlanta, not Atlanta. We're just going to say Atlanta because I'm not paying for your plane ticket. But if you are in Atlanta and you want to be a part of the Mad Lucrative Podcast, hit me up at Magneto7 Booking. Right now, we are looking for camera people. We're looking for lighting people. We are looking for everybody that's from the arts arena. We'll say that. Now, please make sure when you reach out to us, have a body of work or have some type of example of something that you've done so we can make sure that you're a good fit for the company. Some of my internships are paid. I pay very well. Some of my internships are not paid because I want you to be affiliated. Well, not affiliated. That's not a good word. I want you to be a part of the team. Let's say that. So if you were a part of Netflix, you were part of Amazon, you were part of HBO, you were a part of Apple before it became this big conglomerate, guess where you would be right now? You would be in a $1 million, $1 billion boys club. Hello. So this whole PSA is all about bringing on more people to the team. Just to let you into what's going on. Right now we're working on pilots for TV shows. Some of the shows we're already just shooting. We're shooting joints already. So we need people that can follow us almost 24/7. And again, if you're good at what you do, you will get paid. If you're just starting, it'll be a good internship. Sometimes it's going to be paid in food. you might get gas, food, and time with good people. But nevertheless, you will get something out of it. Also, for a lot of the, because I hate to say musician and then I get just bombarded with just rappers over and over and over. But for the musicians that are looking for a platform to perform, as well as maybe get some tips, as well as have a stage show recorded that you can have and market, as well as have this brand under your belt. Like I performed on what was a big one? BET. What is it? Y'all know. It was a BET concert series from back in the day. Everybody performed on it. Performing on the Essence stage, performing at South by Southwest. This is going to be one of those type of things virtually that you want to be a part of, and that's the Sound and Wave concert series. Hello! The Sound and Wave concert series is something that me and my wife, Shamia Crawford, started at the top of the pandemic, honestly. What we saw was a dip in people being able to perform, people being able to get paid off of their performances. Very few independent artists. This sounds terrible. Very few independent artists being able to perform their personal music out and get paid for it. So we started this platform at the beginning of the pandemic because we saw that this is going to be an issue, and we want to try to be ahead of the curve, right? I think we still got a few other platforms down here in Georgia that's doing really good. Colors, that's kind of like a similar parallel, but with us we don't do lip syncing. No lip singing, none at all. Everybody's coming to the platform, they're performing. We're all having fun. As y'all see, if you're on my gram, we got a whole new space that we're having built just for that type of stuff. So if you are interested in being on 2022's Sound and Wave, reach out to me, Magneto7 Booking, or you can reach out to us on IG, Sound and Wave Concert Series. That's the page, Sound and Wave Concert Series. Or you can reach out to Shamir Music on Instagram. All of these options are the same. Like if you want, just put in the subject, "Hey, I would love to be on the Sound and Wave Concert Series 2022." And also we have we don't want to talk about that yet. All right, so that's it for this week, y'all. I really appreciate your time. Thank you for being here, coming to the party. Thank you for just putting up with my loud mouth, and I appreciate you. Until next week, love y'all. Peace.